Chaos Unison. So now I have Chaos Unison? Just who the heck sent that mail? You need to check your email to progress, by the way. Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Megaman Battle Network 5. In the last part we got Megaman back. And now we're gonna continue on. Now I'm back in the ShipComp because I mentioned back when we were here that there's a blue mystery data here that Proto Man could not pick up. That's because it's HP memory and Proto Man's HP cannot be modified by those. You need Megaman for that. So I figured I might as well come here and pick that up, and then we can continue on. Now it's here I'm going to show off some new stuff. First off, Chaos Unison. You need a dark chip of a matching element to a double soul. Like I have Dark Thunder there, so now I am Dark Magnet. Now the thing is with Dark Soul, Chaos Unison, is that you're slightly more powerful, and you have two different types of charge shots. When you charge up your buster, it flashes between a pinkish and a blue. If you do it when it's the pinkish, I believe is when you get the actual charge shot, which in the case of Magnet Soul is the Dark Thunder chip, which really damages. If you do it when it's the other one, Dark Mega shows up and harasses you for 13 seconds, and as you can see, he can do a number on you, so be careful with that. Chaos Unisons don't neglect your karma or even reduce your HP by that one permanently, so they're actually a pretty good alternative, but eh. Anyway, next up we got Napalm Soul. Napalm Soul is fire elemental, so it's weak to aqua. You take no damage from lava panels, though you suffer an HP drain when standing on sea panels. Non-dimming fire chips gain 40 attack power. Standing on a lava panel with a fire chip selected will remove the lava panel and give the chip an additional 10 attack. Charging a fire chip will unleash the napalm bomb at the nearest enemy, but that deals fire damage equal to twice the chip's charged power, and your charge shot is Fire Vulcan, which hits down the row and behind the enemy and hits 3 times for 5 times your buster rank plus 5. Next up we got Gyro Soul. It has no element, it has air shoes and float shoes enabled from the start. If you use a non-screen dimming wind chip, that'll make the propeller spin on your back, doubling the damage of the next non-dimming wind non-elemental chip used. Your charge shot is Tornado Arm, which covers 3 panels in front of you, hitting once for each panel directly in front, twice for the one after that, and thrice for the third. Each hit does 5 times your buster rank plus 15. And this is my new Buster Navi-Cust arrangement. As you can see, I used that Buster pack I got from the lottery. And because of this, Mega Man is now sufficiently overpowered. Considering you're not supposed to really have stats like this until endgame. And I also, at the AC/DC shop, bought 2 HP memories just so I can catch up on the HP I missed from getting rid of that HP plus 100. And now we're back in End Area 2. Right below where Dark Mega is, this guy will give you the Dark Recover Battle Chip, which is a dark chip that recovers 1000 HP but poisons you afterwards. He then throws a couple of viruses at you, it's nothing big. And welcome to End Area 3. The End Area is really confusing, honestly, in terms of setup, but I'll get more into that later. Yeah, I have the time. First off, HP memory right there, that's pretty useful. There's a new virus coming up, I believe. Yes, there is. One's technically we've seen before, which is the Metfire, but I didn't really talk about it. Like in Battle Network 2, it'll sit behind something and shoot meteors at your face. And then we got Cactikill EXs, which are just faster versions of Cactikills. Now, as for the counters to the double souls I showed off earlier, well, first off, the double souls I mentioned earlier with Gyro and Napalm Soul. Napalm Soul's Chaos Unison charge attack is Dark Meteor, which summons a number of meteors that are targeted enemies, which hit for 100 fire damage each, and also crack and destroy any panels they hit. Gyro Soul's is Dark Tornado, which hits the second panel in front of you 8 times for 50 damage each, and if the tornado hits, other tornadoes will appear around the original. Pretty good, actually. The Chaos Unisons, from what I'm researching, are actually really good, but you just need to have the chips in your folder. Anyway, going back to the thing. The counters to these, first off, the counter for Gyro Soul in Team Colonel is Shadow Soul. You require a stealth element sacrifice like Invis. It has no element, anti-damage and your flow shoes are enabled, and Navi-Cuts that require B and left to execute will be overridden by anti-damage. Charging a non-dimming sword chip will cause Mega Man to execute said attack on the nearest enemy from behind. Your movement speed is increased with reduced waiting time between moving from panel to panel. Your charge shot becomes a long sword, which deals 5 times your buster rank plus 65 damage. And the Chaos Unison charge shot becomes Dark Invisible, which Mega Man turns black and becomes invincible, but also uncontrollable, moving about and attacking randomly with buster shots, any loaded ships, and any other battle ships or program advance the player has used. The counter to Napalm Soul is Tomahawk Soul. But I'll get into that in a moment, because I think we're about to have a cutscene. Yeah, we are. The area we're liberating is behind here. Does that door look like it'll open, Megaman? It's got a really sophisticated electronic lock. You won't be able to unlock that. This is my area, Megaman. Stand aside. Searchman! Yes, your analysis abilities can hack the electronic lock. But let's wait until the rest of the crew have got here. That's nothing to do with me. I might be on the team, but I've got my own game to play. We need your skills, but I don't want you making decisions. Proto-Man! So, is it gonna open? It'll take a bit of time, but it'll open. Okay then, get started. Wait, Searchman. Raika. News just in from Sharo. They picked up the trail of our usual suspect, and what seems like a Navi. Head over now. Understood. Searchman, what's going on? Sharo's located a Nebula Navi. We have to capture it now. Sorry, but opening this door will have to wait for a day. Very well. We knew that was the deal with you. Go on. Today's mission will be postponed until tomorrow. We'll assemble again then. That is all. Dismissed. I'm on my way, Raika. We come all this way only to have the mission postponed? I've got other things to be doing, you know. Searchman and his operator are totally inflexible. What? I'm not gonna be pelleting anyone today? Oh well, I'll just have to go virus busting instead. Everyone's gone. What are we gonna do? Well, there's somewhere I'd like to go, Megaman. Where? Dad's lab. The day he was taken away, he was going to show us something. Maybe that'll give us an idea of what Regal's after. It might be a clue. Good idea. Okay, let's get over to the lab then. Jack out. And now I'm cutting back to Scilab. And looks like something's happening. I hope we can get into Dad's computer. Yeah, well, you've got your dad's ID, so it'll be fine. Hey, Lan, what is it? Isn't that Raika over there? Huh? Hey, it is. What's he doing here? It's like he works for our team, which works for Scilab. Hey, Earth. He's gone. Oh well, never mind. Let's go to the lab then. Well, that was kind of random. The power's on. I have Dad's ID. Why won't it work? There must be a powerful security feature. I'll have to circumvent it to get to the data. But what are my chances of doing that? What should I do? It seems I'll need help from someone skilled in analyzing data, but who? I know. I hope he's still close by. Guess who we have to look for? That's right, Raika. He's right outside the Scilab, just to the right towards the Queen Bohemia. What's that? Searchman's great at analyzing data. Of course. There's no data Searchman can't analyze. Aren't you kind of on edge today? Nah, not really. I'm always like this in Sharo. You don't say. Okay. I have a job for Searchman and his powers. Yada yada yada. Okay, I'll help you out. Go on over to the research lab and I'll meet you there. I have to take care of something first. Okay, I'll be waiting for you. In case you haven't figured it out, by the way, from Battle Network 4 in here, Sharo is the Battle Network series equivalent of Russia. I think. It should be, considering the guy that we fought last game. Chilsky, I think his name was? Ah, look, Raika, in here. I wonder if Raika's a reference to Laika. Raika, it's about this computer. First, I just want to check something. This is your dad's lab. In other words, it's one of the most highly secret places in Electopia. Surely letting in a foreign serviceman will be a problem. Don't be daft. We're teammates. We want the same thing. Forget about that. Can you just bypass the security? Teammates? Okay then, I'll turn off the security. Searchman, disable the security. Roger. Commencing data analysis. Analysis complete. Starting security pack program. Done. He's done it? Wow, that is quick. All that's left is one item of text data. Read it. To my son Yuichiro. Don't go neglecting Gao. You shouldn't get his fur wet. If he's grouchy wet, so if ready, be a nice kid and let him in. And then a bunch of unreadable characters. I wonder if this was actually something in the Japanese version. That's all it says. It's a letter from Grandpa to Dad. Dr. Light. Do you know anything about this gal, Megaman? No, it's the first time I've heard the name, but something's not right about that letter. Definitely. It needs closer examination. We went to all this trouble to bypass the security, but there's nothing here but that Nebula would be after. Never mind, it was a great experience for me. I got to look inside the computer of a top world scientist. Sorry to have used up your time. You're chasing that Nebula Navi right now, aren't you? Shouldn't you be getting back to the quick? Oh yes. I'll be on my way then. See ya. Well, that's, somewhat suspicious, but it's probably nothing. I'll copy the letter into my PET just in case. Okay, all done. But just to show everyone like a letter from Grandpa, Dad wouldn't have gotten us all together for that. I better take a closer look at the letter. I agree. Pretty much, we have to check a doghouse, in case you haven't figured that out by just the whole dog thing alone. However, you need to check this one here. This doghouse. There's some writing. Gao cleans the air of the island coal mine. Something in the corner of the floor. It was written long ago, and it is difficult to read. Gao again. Wonder what this means. Gee, I wonder if you have to go back to Orin Isle. But first, I do want to show off that if you go into this cave right here, there's a guy here to the left, right there. We want to buy something from him. That's actually a pretty good thing. This guy has a dark chip. Dark Tornado, which is pretty useful for transforming into Dark Gyro Soul. Or Chaos Unison Gyro. Anyway, we need to jack back into this thing I jacked into a while back. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to get into Tomahawk Soul's details next part. Here we are. Lan, this panel looks different. Someone's moving it. That's it, Megaman. Take a closer look. Roger. Ah, something's flashing. Order points. It's some kind of memory data. I'll analyze it. Let's see. Gao loves fish. He can't let a big fish out of his sight. That's all it says. Big fish. It's gotta be a hand of some kind. Big fish. Maybe it's the gargoyle. That's it, Lan. The big fish is the gargoyle. And that means... Gargoyle Castle in End City. Exactly. Let's get that data and jack out. We've gotta go to End City. Right. Okay, jack out. But with that, I'm gonna need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 18, we'll be going over to End City to check that place out. See you guys then.